I've been following this young leader in Burkina Faso. His name's Ibrahim Traore. This young leader has done more in the 2.5 years that he has been the president of this small African country than most of the African leaders have done during their entire tenure, which could be 5 to 20 years. In my opinion, this young African leader is by far the most important black man on the planet. He has moved in such a way that has placed him in the crosshairs of the United States, France, and others who would not love to see this young man eliminated and gotten out of power. So much so that there have been 20 coup attempts and assassination attempts on this young prince's life. Now, I am an American, but I like to stay in touch with worldviews and see the things and the movements that other black people, black leaders are doing and making. And this young prince is by far the most dangerous to the power structure that has bled the continent of Africa dry, lured the puppets with rule many of these countries into a state of non-action than anyone I've seen in such a long, long time. Ibrahim Traore has kicked France out of his country, has kicked the French military out of his country, has kicked French media and propaganda out of his country. He has moved in such a way that anyone with eyes can see his only priority is for the good of his people. He has taken on and gotten involved with allies who are in tune with the vision that he has for his country and the continent of Africa, some of which the United States and France hate to see happen. But in my mind's eye, I say, if he can get involved with these other countries and get good trade deals where they aren't trying to come in and not only beat them out of their resources, pay them cents on the dollars for them, but influence their governments to adhere to policies that benefit them, then I say all the better to you. All the better to you, Ibrahim. This young man has taken over and brought in hundreds of tractors hundreds of trucks, hundreds of plows, farming equipment. He has started up an agricultural resource for his country that'll make them self-sufficient and self-sustaining. And with the leftover, he can trade with other continents in Africa. He has brought in military equipment to make his military more efficient at handling the constant raids and infiltrations of other militia forces which are financed by the United States and France. His people love him. His people know that everything this young prince is doing has only their best interest at heart. Now they brought out this black man general claiming to be a spokesperson or know what's really going on in that country, saying that young Ibrahim is taking the gold, which now they own and process of themselves, which France no longer has access to. He's saying that this young prince is taking the gold and other resources to finance himself in other terrorist organizations to go against the betterment of his people. They always find one of us to come out and speak against us. We've seen this playbook go over and over and over again. So they got a reason to go in there and eliminate a leader that truly does have the best for his people at heart in the continent of Africa. And that's the thing that the West can't have happen. So this black general or whoever you are, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Is there no residence within you of who you are that you would put out such falsehoods against this young prince who is only doing right by his country, calling out the colonizers who are no longer welcome there, and taking control of the resources and everything for the betterment of the people in his country? Again, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. So I'll reiterate, in my humble opinion, Ibrahim Traoré is the most important black African in the planet. Support him. Learn about him. Look at what he's doing. Don't believe the propaganda or BS that you hear. Search it out for yourself. And as a black American who has been following this young man for over 2 years, I can tell you this young man's heart and spirit are in the right place. And the ancestors have brought him to this stage at this point in time for a reason. I just needed to share that. I don't usually get on here and talk much, but this touched me in a way that nothing has in a while. I hope you can relate to it. Take care.